Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mildred. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, your hair looks good. Okay, so this is my granny's 90th birthday, and she's your older sister, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now
I'm 84.
You're 84. Okay, all right. So I'll do these vlogs, and I'm going to release these in 2027. Okay. So this will go to the future generation of Humphreys and all that.
Oh, I've got these girls.
Yeah, well, you are pretty. But what would you say to them, Bonnie, about you and Granny growing up and about the future and what they need to do?
Well, when we was little,
Yeah.
we'd get out and we'd play in the dough and play out in the woods and make us a playhouse. And we'd take these little cannon lids, just the lids, and we'd bend them, and they were our chickens. We could rock those little things, and they looked just like chickens. And then we'd go out and we would pick the daisies, yellow daisies,
Yeah.
and we'd try to like we was cracking them, and that was our egg. So we enjoyed a lot of things together. We fussed and we growled, and then we made up and we loved each other.
Right.
So here she is 90 and I'm 84.
Right.
God's been good.
Yeah. And you two are close as ever, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close as ever.
Yeah. Now, Miss Bonnie, what would you say to future grandkids of your grandkids and great grandkids that's watching this maybe 20 years from now? What would you tell them they need to know about life?
Well, they need to learn how to share and not be hostile. If they feel something, say it. Why, make it up before you walk off from the place where you're going. Just love one another and put love forth and put God first, and then put love, and you'll make it.
All right. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. I love you.
You gonna show it to me?
Yeah. All right. So, Glenn, tell me a little bit about when you was. How old are you now? How old are you right now?
I'm 19 and 34 model.
Okay.
If you're good at math, you can figure that out.
All right. 1934. So that'd make you 89, right? Is that right?
87.
87. Okay, I was off a couple then.
Okay, so your math's bad.
My bad. I got bad math. Yeah. All right. So, how much older is Granny? 87, 88. So she's 3 years older than you, then, right?
Yeah, she's 90.
Okay.
I was born out in June 11, 1934.
Okay. So, what do you remember about growing up down there? And a little bit about.
Well, in a little boarded up shack, I think it was about 7 to 14 acres is what we lived in. And just growed up an old poor country boy, didn't have much or nothing. You was allowed one pair of shoes a year, and they'd buy them a size bigger. So you'd grow into it. In the summertime, you went barefoot. Wintertime, fall year, you could get your shoes down and start wearing them. Just growed up, just done a little gardening and stuff like that, berry picking. Picked a many of a gallon of blackberries and sold them for a dime a gallon. Used to buy Coca-Cola at the store for a nickel. And just
Wow.
Just like that, I used to do a little trapping when I was a kid going to grade school and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd catch muskrats, and sometimes I'd get lucky and get a mink, and I'd sell the hides. I'd stretch them out and kill them out and take them to an old country store up there in Fincastle and get anywhere from 30 cents up to $1.25 a hide.
That's a lot of money back in, wasn't it?
Yeah, back then it was.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, what would you say to future generations of family members? I'm talking about, let's say in 25 years from now, your grandkids are watching this. What would you have to say to them about life and what they need to do?
I'd tell them go back to the old days. This modern stuff not working for you. What you go today is not like what you go to. It was truly good for you. Vegetables and stuff on the garden, you use all natural stuff. And nowadays they're using commercial fertilizers and got stuff in it that puts it into the vegetables and stuff. And as far as eating part now, the rest of it, just go by whatever you think you need to go by. You know, you can figure out down the road, sometimes it's too late. You get into something that's modernized and stuff, and recall on it, or something goes wrong with it, and you can't have it anymore. I don't know, just what telling us.
Okay. All right. Well, Glenn, thank you for the video, and I'm gonna be. Well, let me get a video of it.
I don't care.
You don't mind it? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Well, Fred, let me ask you. How old are you now?
Well, sir, I'll be 79 in 25th November.
79.
Thanksgiving Day, I think.
All right. So my granny then, she was quite a bit older than you.
11 years.
11 years, okay. So did she more look after you than...
Well, I've been told that she mommied me a lot.
Yeah.
She's the one that gave me my first haircut. I had blonde curls.
Yeah.
And she scalped me. I think it's that Indian coming out in.
I see. Okay. So what's some of the memories you have when you was a kid growing up?
Buddy, you name it and I've got it.
Okay.
I can remember all of them.
Well, tell me a little bit about some of it. What would future generations that watch this video want to know about that?
Probably not a whole lot.
Well, they might.
I was a mean little spoilt and mean, they say.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't believe it. I think I was good for them.
Right.
I know I got mad at Mildred one time and I was rocking her and I hit her on the ankle, cracked her ankle bone.
Oh, gosh.
I don't guess I was over 6, 7 years old at the most.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know, Kenny. I can't. I know a lot.
Yeah. So what kind of toys and stuff would y'all play with back then? What'd y'all do for fun? You wasn't on no video games like these kids are now.
Lord heavens, no.
What's some things y'all did when you was a kid?
Well, we all had us a gravel flipper. They call them a slingshot. Rubber bands on a forked stick, but it was old red inner tube. Made a good one, boy.
Yeah.
I could knock a bird off a telephone wire every shot.
Yeah.
That's good, Evan.
Yeah, it's real good.
But that was our main thing that we had. Then we played cowboys or anything like that. We got us an old stick and went bang bang. And about like kids do today, I guess. Except now it's tat.
Right. They shoot a little quicker now, don't they? Yeah. So now when you was a young man, when Granny was older, and she met Vance Humphrey, tell me what you remember about Vance, if anything at all much.
I remember a lot about Vance.
Yeah.
He was. Me and him didn't get as close as me and Paul.
I see.
But Vance was good. Vance was all the time out working for Doc, you know, in that office. He'd give me a mini shot in my handy. And, yeah, I remember them well, but
Yeah. So Fred, let me ask you this. Let's say in 25 years from now, your descendants, grandkids and great-grandkids are watching this video. What would you have to say to them that you'd want them to know about you and what they need to know about life?
well, I've learned that it don't do no good to tell the young people nothing, so I about give up on giving them anything or leaving them anything.
Right.
Because they don't, young people this day and time ain't got no respect for nobody, buddy.
Right.
I later in life, in the middle 80s to after 2000, I spent an awful lot of time with these wannabe Indians.
Yeah.
I was a medicine man,
Yeah.
and that was a pretty good life. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it until they got going back too far back.
Yeah.
I couldn't do them. Didn't want nothing to do with the back there because it was more like paganism.
I see.
It ain't a good thing
Yeah.
if you go back too far.
Yeah.
But I remember Vance. I had an old Chevrolet car, I believe it was about a 52, 53. I was working for Arnold's up there, playing cowboy with them cattle. Got off from work, started home, and I pulled out and I goosed it, and it backfired, and it jumped time. And I cranked it back up, and boy, whenever I done that, it was Katie bar's door, bent the valves in it. Vance come out the house, he was sick. He said, we'll fix that car. I said, Vance, you ain't able. He said, yeah, I can tell you what to do. Vance was a good mechanic. And he come out there and he walked me through it, told me what to do. And we took that thing out, put new valves. He went and got some old ones and had them sanded down.
Yeah.
He honed them, you know, refaced them and everything, put them back in. Run like a top after that.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah.
I'm here at Kentucky Fried Chicken. My grandmother loves Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I'm gonna get her some KFC and I'll take it up there for her to eat. So I don't know how my grandmother's gonna react to me wanting to video her. I'm gonna try to let her know what I'm trying to do so that she'll be okay with it. You know, I want her to be comfortable and actually like the idea of what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I really do hope that she'll let me get some good video. Some of the things I'd like to ask her is, you know, about when she was younger, when in her childhood, how she met my grandfather, just anything at all that would be interesting stories that could be carried down to my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. I would love for them to be able to go on something like Ancestry.com and say, oh, there's Granny Humphrey, and here's a little clip of her, here's a little video of her talking about her life, you know. And imagine 100 years from now, them being able to do that, to be able to have a little video clip of someone talking about them, you know, saying, hey, this is to my great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren, you know, this is who I was, and a little bit, you know, wouldn't that be neat? That would just be awesome. So I'm gonna get as much video as I can about those type of things, and a lot of it will probably just be video of us just sitting there talking. So right, we got our KFC. I'm here with Granny. Granny, what do you think your KFC is?
KFC.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be real nice. I like your living room in there.
If it was clean, it'd be all right. We didn't do nothing this weekend. We got out and rode around, thought we'd see some pretty trees, but they wasn't pretty.
Now, they hadn't really turned good yet, have they? I'm just going to put that in the refrigerator then for
Yeah,
tomorrow.
put that in the refrigerator right over yonder.
All right.
The sink, and this pot tea, and just throw it out. You seen my dining room out here since we fixed it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks real good.
See that floor?
No, I haven't seen your floor yet. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sell that table. I ain't giving it away, but I'll try to sell it.
Oh, you want to sell which one?
That big enough there, I don't need it.
Oh, you don't like your table?
Well, I like it, but I'd rather have something out there to sit in.
Oh, you'd rather have like a living room? You mean?
And sit in rooms and sit there and watch it snow or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I guess that table wouldn't fit in here, would it?
Lord, no. I told Mark to put it on Facebook, but he won't do it. He wants to keep it, but I don't.
Yeah. Shoot. All right.
Throw it away, I don't.
Don't want it?
Yeah. See, Mark's been taking his blood pressure and writing it down.
Yeah.
I have too over there.
Oh. Well. Yeah, this will be fun.
Oh yes, it'll be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm making a bunch of those little videos, and I'll show you another one real quick. Tell me what you think of this one. I've got a little Elijah in it. And uh-oh, this is Victoria calling. I better get this. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I got you on speakerphone, and you're here with me and Granny Humphrey.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Victoria.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. So, Daddy,
Yes.
hypothetical question.
Yes.
Let's say you're driving down the road and you crash into your neighbor's parked car that's on the side of the road. Do
Uh-huh.
you have to call to file a police report or no? Is it technically private property or public?
Yes. You want to call and make a police report?
Okay.
Well, you don't know somebody that done something like that, do you?
Totally just probably totaled my 4Runner.
Oh, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm okay. I'm just very upset with myself.
Oh, you're okay, baby. Accidents happen. I've wrecked so many times I can't count the number. Usually I was in a police car when I did it, but I wrecked your nanny's car one time. She let me borrow it, and I ran into the back of somebody. Oh yeah, wrecks happen. That's all right. That's part of adulthood.
Out now it is.
Yeah,
Video.
yeah. But yeah, you'll want to call the police and just let them do a report, and your insurance will take care of it. Probably have to pay whatever your deductible is, but you'll be fine.
Okay, well, thank you.
I love you. Do you need me to come to where you're at, or are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm at the house, and Bob's here too. I mean, I literally, I was about to pull up in front of my house, and I hit the neighbor's car. So at least I'm, home.
Yeah. Well, you need to make a police report. Does your neighbor know it yet?
No, not yet. I've tried getting a hold of him, but he's not home, and he's not answering his phone.
Okay. Well, just call the Oak Ridge Police. Let them do a report on it. No big deal. And then you'll be fine. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too, baby. Bye. She's still my baby girl, Granny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way of mine. Her car's sitting down there in her friend's house store up. She said it wouldn't hold water. I said, did you ever check to see if somebody's take your radiator hose loose?
That can happen. Now here's one that I done with Victoria, or not Victoria, but
school. Then I'm going to work, and I'm going to be leaving work early today.
let me get where else. Here you go.
Okay, Elijah, what do you want to say to your future self?
You silly daddy. This is not my future self. This is a picture. You silly daddy.
Yeah. Now taking the Norris down, and let me get it to where I take it there.
That's where I got in trouble.
10 after 8, something like that.
Oh, yeah?
Should have already
It stumbled over a root.
Oh, that's right.
together. Yeah. All right, let's go down here and look at it. You want to go look at it? Come on.
So we're gonna go over on the side where the water is. We're gonna there and look at the dam with it.
Jump on the rocks.
He did to climb a rock.
Yeah.
You jump on them.
Come on, buddy. What do you think of this dam? Come on.
Yeah. So you say that's where so that's the videos I'm making. You can see. So that's where you fell?
Yeah, stumbled over a root down there.
Yeah.
So I stumbled over a root waiting for them to get back.
No, Lord. Was that on the playground or?
It's in the park up there where
Yeah.
you take picnic tables and
Yeah.
stuff.
Now Norris Dam, didn't Papa Williams help build that dam?
Yep. Back when I was a little bitty thing.
Huh.
As a man fell in at concrete and they couldn't get him out. They just concreted him over.
Just buried him in it, huh?
Had to. There wasn't nothing else they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, I've been down that river before the dam was ever built in a boat.
Really?
Paddle boat, yeah.
Right.
Daddy's sister lived on down through there. Used to be a lot of houses.
Yeah.
And they had to take them out and put the dam in.
So how old was you when they built that dam?
Lord, I don't know. Whatever year that was.
It's like 30, was it 33, something like that, I think is when they built it.
I was about 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, or it was in the 30s, I know, is when they started. They started building it in the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd get in the paddle boat and ride down the river to Aunt Janie's.
Wow.
A lot of houses down in there, but they're not anymore.
Yeah. So Papa Williams helped build it then. Did he work for the CCC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he worked for that and camped out, and
Yeah.
they had the camps for it and everything.
That's pretty neat. That's how Norris was built, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Built by hand.
Right.
I don't guess they had anything bulldozers back then. I don't know.
Right. Just had to do it the old-fashioned way, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's funny looking down through there. No homes, no houses.
Yeah. So it used to be full of them, you say, before they...
Before the Dam was built
Yeah.
along the banks about out from the river.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, this house that Dad lives in down here, Papa Williams built that house too, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that house has been in the family. Did he buy the land and build it and all that, or?
Yeah, he built it. It's been there for years and years and years.
Yeah.
I guess me and Glenn was just little back then.
Yeah. So you kind of grew up there, didn't you? You grew up down there, didn't you?
Yeah. I grew up on that hillside.
Yeah.
Mom would get a butcher knife. You couldn't mow it much. She didn't have a lawnmower. She'd get a butcher knife and crawl along and cut the weeds.
Oh, wow.
That's the way you lived back then.
Yeah. Huh. So you remember going down and getting water at the creek?
Shit, I'm falling before we get back to top. Then you have to turn around.
You didn't
and go
lose
back.
your water, did you?
Yeah, I have to go back and fill it up again.
Oh, Lord.
Carry it and put it in a reservoir on the stove.
Yeah.
Then if you took a bath, you had to fill up your bathtub.
Okay.
And the youngest one got the bath first, right on down to the oldest, and that was me. I got the last bath. Everybody took it the same water.
Right. So you're the oldest of all the
Yeah,
kids?
with a cake of live soap
Who's the youngest?
for it.
Fred's the youngest.
Yeah.
And okay, so you're the oldest, so Bonnie?
Honest next after Fred, Glenn's after me, then Carl.
Okay.
5 of us.
Yeah.
Well, Carl's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carl was the baby?
No, Fred.
Fred's the baby.
Baby.
Carl was the next one.
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the difference in you and Bonnie as far as age? How?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
She's 82, be 83 in July.
Yeah. Was you pretty close to her, I guess?
Well, that's all my sister I got.
Yeah.
Sometimes we gotta get mad at her.
Well, that's part of it. Y'all still get little tiffs every now and then, even now?
Every once in a while, she'd
Yeah.
say, she'd park from McDonald's. You can walk to Walmart. I said, no, I ain't. I can't. I said, it hurts.
Right.
It won't hurt you walk up there. I said, well, you just go on. I'll sit you.
I'm gonna get me some more tea, Granny. Is that all right? I'll be right back.
It's set right there, I said, your days are coming. And it is.
Oh, yeah.
You wish I'd get that way. I said, no, that's what you said.
It don't matter if you wish it or not, it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah. It's like I told her, I said, it's going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
It will. You'll have to get your lemon, I guess, and cut it.
That lemon that's in there is fine, Granny. I don't really care about lemon a whole lot. I like it, but I think that's important to me.
Yes, it's got some in there. I ain't checked it.
Yeah. So now, for this video we're making, this will be something the great grandkids and great great grandkids will be watching, and they'll be curious about family history and all that. So.
Yeah, about the dam and everything.
Right. So you met Papa Vance, and Bonnie met Paul.
Yeah.
And of course, you and Bonnie are sisters, and
Sisters-in-laws and sisters.
right. And so then
Kids are double first cousin.
right. So Vance and Paul are brothers. So
Yeah.
two brothers met
Two
two sisters. And you all married, but now you was telling me before a long time ago that before you met Papa Humphrey that you had somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me about that.
I had one that Daddy didn't like.
Yeah, Papa Williams didn't like him. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
He was about, I guess, 24, and I was about 18.
Yeah.
He lived in Cincinnati. I guess he's dead now. I'm not sure. I've not heard.
Yeah.
But,
So he bought you a ring.
yeah, and Daddy made me throw it in the stove.
Was he going to marry you? Was he
Yeah,
wanting to
we're
marry you?
going to get married.
And Papa made you throw that ring in the
Throw
stove.
it in the stove, and he bought me a big old chalk dog, great old big one.
Yeah.
He made me take it out and break it, and I broke it, but the head stayed good. I got that head and brought it back in the house.
So how come Papa didn't like him?
Didn't like nobody. I don't care who it was.
Well, how did Papa Humphrey get through him? How did Vance get through him?
Well, there wasn't nothing he could do then. I was 23 years old.
Oh, you was 23, so you okay. So you was 18 going to get married, and you waited a few more years.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't nothing he could
So
do.
he
He
could-
didn't like it. I come home from church one night. His car wouldn't start, Papa wouldn't. So he had to wait till everybody left. He didn't want people to see him. He'd raise his hood up and fix the car and it'd go. Well, I got to the house. Daddy had a switch waiting.
And you was how old? He still whoop you.
Oh, God, yeah. He had that switch waiting. I said, now, Daddy, his car wouldn't start and he didn't want everybody seeing him. Better not happen anymore. We'd go to church. And you know, they preached late on Sunday night and it'd get dark. Yeah, well, I looked out. It wasn't dark. There come Daddy down through the field with a lit lantern.
So now where was y'all going to church at?
Glade Springs.
Glade Springs. So when you and Papa was kind of dating, y'all went to church there.
Yeah, we got married there.
Got married there.
Yeah.
I'll be. So Papa Williams came looking for him with a lantern.
Yeah, and at daylight.
Oh no.
Down the creek bottom, right down here, you go down that creek.
So you'd walk the creek back in.
Oh yeah, we'd walk to church.
So you walked the creek to church then.
Down through the field, yeah.
I'll be.
Then we walked on the main road, and Hack Ayers, you know Hack.
Yeah.
Sock Ayers was his uncle. Well, we'd come to church, he'd come to church with us,
Yeah.
barefooted, just like the rest of us. He was barefooted.
Yeah.
Come to church. Yeah, I never will forget that, him barefooted. But he ended up a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the nursing home now. It's a facility.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
got Alzheimer's.
Now Papa Williams, didn't he work for some of the Ayerses at some
He
point?
worked for Hack.
He worked for Hack. What did he do for Hack?
Had, I guess, bill and stuff. I don't
Okay. So wasn't he a foreman or something, like one of the
know. Might have
bosses?
been.
Yeah, I thought Steve was telling me he was a foreman or something with Hack.
Might have been.
Yeah. So you and Papa he was 24 and you was 23 when you got married?
Yeah. Well, he was 2 years older than me.
So you was 23 when you got married then, so he was 25.
There wasn't nothing he could do about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So now once y'all got married, now Papa still lived in that house. Do y'all still live in that house down there when you and Papa Humphrey got together, or?
Yeah, down in that old house.
So when you and Papa
When we got married, our friend had a little old 2-room shack, and we rented it.
Okay.
Well, it come up rain right in the middle of the bed. You had to put a dishpan in to catch the water.
Right.
Then the old fireplace, it was a cold water freeze sitting by the fireplace. Then we had a old cook stove, wood stove. It smoked like a freight train.
Yeah.
Little old refrigerator about that high.
Yeah.
There. That's the way we lived back in them days.
Yeah.
But we made it.
So Papa, I guess now he ended up, he got sick for a while, didn't he? Was that after y'all got married or was that before?
Yeah, I don't know. It's after, I think. He
When
wasn't sick too long.
Didn't he?
Oh, he used to wish that I'd have to be fed through the veins.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't he get sick when he was younger? It caused his heart problems later on. I thought Doctor.
Oh, you're Papa? You're Papa?
Yeah.
Oh, he had rheumatic fever.
Okay. So now isn't that how he ended up here? Was because of Doc Howard?
Yeah.
How'd that go about?
And he worked there, and they wanted us to move upstairs, and Dad said, no, we're not moving up there. He said they'd have to know every time you went out the door where you was going, what time you'd be back and everything. He said, no.
Yeah.
So we rented that little old 2-room shack. Had to carry water from down in the hill, do the laundry with.
Yeah.
And I was pregnant with Kenneth and had an old tub out there for washboard
Yeah.
to wash in. I went out there to do laundry one day. I turned it over. I said, you can lay there. I ain't touching you till I get a washing machine. He went and got me $100 washing machine ringer.
Yeah. So, so when did he start selling insurance? Was it right around that time, or
No, he didn't do that till later in years.
what kind of work did he do then?
Well, he worked in Dr. Howard's office.
Oh, okay,
They go out on calls with him and everything.
okay. So he's kind of like an assistant to the
Yeah,
doctor.
if the baby had to be delivered, they would go with him.
So he could deliver babies or anything like
Yeah,
that then,
back
couldn't he?
then, yeah. Fill prescriptions or anything they wanted done, he done it.
Yeah. And how long did he do that for?
I don't for years. I
Long
guess.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd cook dinner and everything over at the doctor's house, and we'd go over and eat dinner every day.
Huh.
And the doctor liked my cornbread. I had to make cornbread for him. He wouldn't eat nobody else's cornbread.
Yeah.
So every day I had to go make cornbread for him. So he drunk, you know. So we was sitting at the table, Fred Pastella and Walter Hare and me and Vance and probably Ed Paul, I don't remember about that. He was sitting down at the end of the table. Miss Hard sat by me. He was sitting down there trying to feed himself. He missed his mouth.
Oh no. He had too much to drink, huh? Yeah.
And we made Miss Hard get tickled. She just put her foot on my foot. We better shut up, he'll get us. I couldn't stop, so she said, let's go in the back room. We went in there and like till we couldn't come back out and sit down. He was just wiping tears. He was crying.
Oh gosh. He must have been in bad shape then.
He was. Hello.
Oh Lordy.
There's a boy from Alabama or somewhere like me, and he come up Tennessee. He got driving the truck for somebody downtown,
Yeah.
delivering the truck. So he come through Jacksonville and he got arrested. Got him locked up. So I was out there working, and they had a phone in the hall, and it rung, and they said, it's for you. And I answered it. He said, will you come get me out of jail? I said, no, I will not. They can throw you under the jail for all I care. Doctor was here, they were listening. He come out, that's right, you done this exactly what you ought to done. He said he couldn't even buy you a pair of shoes.
Oh Lord.
I didn't know he was listening.
Yeah. So now you all ended up getting that brick house.
Yeah,
Now, did you buy that from Doc Howard?
they gave it to us.
They give it to you.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about that.
Well, because they claimed kin to us.
Really?
Yeah, their mother was Williams. So
Okay.
the doctor's brother would come down from Middlesboro up there at the Cumberland Gap. They lived there.
Yeah.
Every time he'd come down, he'd come out the house and talk about it, tell about his mother, and talk about us and everything.
Yeah.
So the doctor ended up giving it to us.
Well, that's all right, ain't it?
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice house.
Yes, and then he gave one Ed Paul, one he lived in up there.
Yeah.
But they had to live in it.
Yeah.
They moved out while it wasn't theirs.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got ready to buy this other one down here. I called Ruby and asked her what we could do about it. She said, I'll tell you what. She said, I don't need it. My family don't need it. And I'll fix it till you can sell it. She did. So I bought this up here.
I'll be. Well, I remember, of course, I remember when I was a kid, little feller, in that brick house, you know.
Climbed up on the roof down there and got you.
No, that was over here.
No, you got, right now.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the old brick house. I remember when I was a kid down
You
there.
didn't climb it.
No, but I climbed down here. No, I happened down here. How old was I? I was about 10, wasn't I?
I guess we
Yeah.
had, Carl was doing some work. We had a ladder.
Yeah.
You climbed up on the ladder. Get me down. He said, huh? Said, I'm going to wait till your granny comes.
Yeah, I still remember that too. If I recall, I believe my granny gave me a whooping when she got back.
Wore you out. He wouldn't get you down.
That wasn't the only time I climbed up on something, was it?
Aunt Maurice climbed up on their little garage.
Yeah.
You was a climber.
I got a whooping there too, didn't
Yeah, you was a climber.
I? Yeah, I was always climbing stuff, wasn't
Yeah, and you and Larry got one in there in the living room.
I? We're throwing water on each other and wrestling
You
around.
was wrestling, turn
3
the
o'clock in the
house
morning.
down.
Yeah.
I got me a switch, Williams both out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Well, that old brick house, I remember, wasn't there a peach tree out there?
Yeah, out in the back somewhere, I believe.
I thought there was. I remember peaches.
And mimosas in front.
Yeah,
And
okay.
a sawmill didn't blow it.
Okay, yeah. I still remember that place. And I remember an old car
Yeah, old red DeSoto.
sitting out there. Now, what's the story behind that old
Oh,
car?
that old car's what me and Lance dated and courted in.
Oh, okay. Was that the car that broke down? When he,
Yeah.
that broke down on him that you was telling me about?
No, we got another one.
Oh, okay.
So that was a car we rode in all the time. One of my friends said, I'm going to get me a feller that's got a car you can hear before you see it. Because that was a red.
Yeah.
You could see it.
Oh, okay. You can see it before you hear it. It's so bright.
Go get her one that you could hear.
Yeah.
I said, go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. I love hearing those old stories, Granny.
Oh, yeah. Well, we used to raise rabbits out there by the garage.
Yeah.
They could.
So what made Papa decide to sell insurance? He just decided that would be a good business.
I guess somebody wanted him to work for him. He just went to work selling insurance. We went on a lot of trips.
Yeah, I remember him taking me and Mark with him to do his routes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I sold insurance too.
Oh, did you?
I still got my license.
Huh.
Yeah. I sold insurance.
Yeah.
We sold, and he was in the top 10.
Yeah.
We Las Vegas, somewhere down in Florida and Bahamas. He had said it. We had to sit at a round table because the ones that made it big got that.
So you got to take your big trips.
Yeah,
So you've been now to
I've been to Bahamas. Been down towards Florida, way down there next to Hollywood. Been to almost Colorado. Been everywhere out in there. I can't remember.
Las Vegas, you say?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Did you ever go to Hawaii or anywhere like that?
No,
No.
I've been down under the Hoover Dam
Over there, okay.
Yeah,
And that was
that-
all because of that
Yeah.
insurance.
because we sold insurance.
So what was your favorite trip of all those? What'd you like the best?
No, I don't know. I guess Bahamas.
Bahamas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, goodness.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We went down there they got wedding chapels and down in Las Vegas, down in there.
Yeah.
Went down there, and I don't know if you know that little old, he's a movie star, but he had a lot of great big old white horses. I can't think of what his name is. We went out by his ranch,
Yeah.
saw all of that. And you see all them tumbling weeds flying,
Yeah.
rolling. They made movies out there.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, so now, like Papa Williams, now where did he come from originally? Do you know?
Yeah, let's see, Union County, I think.
I was looking at that ancestry stuff.
Yeah.
According to that, he's got family out of South Carolina. Have you ever heard of family from South Carolina?
Yeah.
No? Okay. That's what it was showing, that his roots came from there. Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard so much, I didn't remember it all.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I guess Granny, your mommy, you said was part Indian or something, or?
She's got a little in her.
Mhm.
She had a little in her.
Yeah.
My grandmother, her mother was half Indian,
Mm-hmm.
almost.
Okay. Well,
They used to live down on Cedar Creek back when all them houses was down there.
yeah.
They had a little old house and they had boards over the window. They had to board them up at night, keep the bears from coming in and stuff. So one night they was sitting down there and this old woman come down the road. She told them, My granny said, I want some tobacco. Granny says, I ain't got none. She said, oh, yes, you have. You've got it in your apron pockets, and I know exactly how much. She was a witch.
Oh, wow.
They was witches back then.
Huh.
She was a witch.
Huh.
Because she knowed everything went on with them.
Well, was she right?
Yeah, she was right.
Huh.
He was a witch.
Well.
Honestly, there was a lot of witches back in them days. Well, you know the Bible talks about witches.
Yeah. Well. So what's that one thing you used to do? You said with a needle and a thread, you could tell.
Tell what the baby's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing's pretty accurate, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. You tell if it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
I never missed it.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I ain't done that in years.
Right. Yeah, Casey's getting there. We're getting ready to have another little girl. We're gonna have. Yeah, we're getting ready to have another one.
She'll pick her name out.
Yeah. Let me see now. I'm trying to remember. My memory ain't like it used to be. It was a. Can we get you some tea? Or get you some water?
Some water.
Get you some water? All right.
Yeah. Don't put no ice in it. Just get, there's bottled water down there.
Oh, you just want bottled water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bottled water.
Oh, let me see. Let me pull something up here. Uh-oh. What's this thing doing?
Musician is the best way to learn, practice, and master the guitar. Just grab your acoustic or electric and play along. Musician listens to you play and gives you instant feedback on
Got a
accuracy
mind of
and
its own,
timing.
right?
Fun and addictive gameplay tracks your progress and keeps you motivated.
My
Whether
brother's got one that crows. Larry's got one that whistles and carries on. I told him that was stupid.
Well, I ain't wanting to.
We only.
What in the world? Never seen it do that before. All right, here we go. All right, yeah, I remembered it now. So we're looking at her name as Olivia, and she's wanting to do two middle names. We're going to do Elizabeth Ruth.
Elizabeth Ruth.
Yeah, Olivia Elizabeth Ruth Humphrey. That's the name we're looking at.
That'd be all right. Be pretty.
Yeah, and Ruth, she's got a cousin named Ruthie, Ruth. She's wanting to name her after that, but I've always wanted another daughter named Elizabeth. I got Victoria. I have a Victoria and an Elizabeth. And then Olivia is a name that she liked. I like it too. So I think Olivia, Elizabeth,
Yeah, it'd be pretty.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty name, wouldn't it?
Victoria's little girl's name, Leah. Ain't it?
Leah, yeah.
Leah, what's her middle?
Riley.
Riley, and
Yeah.
Josh's little girl's Leah Marie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then of course Victoria's got two little girls now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. The other one is, oh Lord, it's Amelia Grace.
Yeah.
Amelia.
Yeah, I've seen her up at Faye's.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's something else. That's who these videos are for.
Oh yeah.
Right now they won't care about them, but when they're older,
Nah.
they'll watch them when they're older. You know.
Get about 20 or 25, they'll want to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sounds like you got a bird in your
Clock.
That's your clock.
1 o'clock. What do you know?
Is it 1 o'clock already?
According to that up there. it
Lord
is.
have mercy. So, Granny, if you were talking to your, let me see now. I'm trying to think now. Leah is your great
Granddaughter.
great. Victoria is your great granddaughter.
Yeah.
And
Them two's my great
They're
great.
great.
And your two are my great great.
They're your great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So if you were talking to all your great grandchildren and great great grandchildren, what would you say to them if you had to tell them one thing about life, or
Just do what you're supposed to.
do what you're supposed to,
Not what you know you're supposed to do.
not what you're not supposed to, right?
Don't drink and don't smoke. And
No.
don't use dope.
Right? That's pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything you'd say to them in particular? And if they were here right now, right here talking to you, they could come in from the future and
I don't think I'd say too much.
right. What would you want them to know about you and about your legacy?
I'm just their great granny.
You love them all, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Lord have mercy, kids. They grow up.
You grow up quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they grow up real
He's
quick.
ride his bicycle up and down the road with him in that brick house.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, keep on, you're going to have a wreck. No, I'm not. Sure enough, he did. Broke his nose and I don't know what all he had. Stay home out of school, and it's Dr. Crutchfield adopted this girl. She'd come and bring us books and lessons every day for him. He said, don't never tell me I'll do something no more because it happens.
Well, you know, right?
Hey, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
On a dirt road and you're flying.
Yeah. I talked to him before I come up here. He told me to let you know he'll be coming tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, Larry, he's a good one. Me and him still hang out. It's funny how he's 15 years older than me, but I feel real close to Larry.
That's the way
Yeah.
Kenneth's, Mark's, he's 15 years older than Kenneth. Larry's 10 years older than Mark.
Yeah.
That way.
I remember one time, I don't have a lot of memories of Papa, I guess because I was a kid, but I remember just little things. I remember him taking me home one time, and Mom wasn't home yet, but the neighbors, they had a pear tree, and he and I walked over there, and it was just full of pears, and I remember him getting a pear out, and he had a pocket knife, and he'd cut that pear up, me and him sitting there eating that pear, just little. I remember little stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to him as an adult. Yeah, it'd been neat to have a conversation with him, but I guess I was probably 9 or 10 when he passed.
Yeah. Mark was 14.
Yeah, well, I was 9 then.
Yeah, he was 14
Yeah.
when he died. And people don't understand that when Vince died, I didn't have no income.
Mm.
And Mark didn't have none. So I went to work.
Yeah.
I had to go to work for him. And finally I got Mark on Social Security. Didn't get much, about $300 a month.
Yeah.
But I'd pay light bill one month. Next month I'd pay the phone bill.
Yeah.
And I told some of them, I said, I have to pay my bills, one of them one month and one the next. Well, we don't do that. We pay our bills. Well, they had somebody helping them.
Right.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of stuff said to me that I don't like.
Right. So, I guess, was Papa Humphrey, did he care about politics at all? Or is that even a thing back then?
I don't remember voting back them days.
Oh, okay. Didn't think as much about it.
I guess he did because he'd take the box that you put the ballots in back then. You didn't do like you do now.
Yeah.
Take them downtown, they'd count them.
Oh, okay.
See who won. And they had movies. All the kids got to go to the movie free.
Uh-huh.
And they were black and white, silent movies.
Okay.
All of them was. We get to go there. And I've seen a lot of them old people that used to play in movies there on the
Yeah.
screen.
Well, I know years ago, it seemed like older folks, I remember Papa Warwick was a hardcore Democrat,
Yeah.
but he was an Old South Democrat. It was a little different than,
It wasn't like it is
wasn't
now.
like it is now.
No.
Yeah. So, they
But
was-
I always heard, Uncle said he was a Democrat.
yeah.
He said Democrats will fight, but the Republicans will starve you to death.
Yeah.
So I ain't starved to death yet under a Republican.
Right.
I vote Republican.
Yeah.
I wouldn't vote them Democrats.
Right. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Trying to think what else I could ask you about.
And they used to have a horse show downtown. We'd go down there and get to ride the horses and merry-go-round. And I've got a big old doll about that tall that Papa got me. I've still got it. Got
Yeah.
the date on it.
Right.
He won that, we won that, so.
Yeah. Well, now, Granny, now that Mark stays here with you too, I mean,
Yeah,
you was talking about earlier how hard it was, getting through.
yeah, it was.
I get Mark, that helps, don't it? That,
Yeah.
Because I know he
He's a worker.
does. I know he works hard and he works.
So I told him he's going to have to start slowing down.
Yeah.
Yard mowing's over now till spring.
Right. Well, he does. He works. Does a
Hot dogs.
electrical for Pike Electric.
Yeah.
He sells vendor at a hot dog and he mows yards, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he does. So I mean, he's
It's all that.
he's a, is it,
Yeah.
does that? I know. I've always heard Papa Humphrey was kind of like that.
Yeah,
So was
he
he?
worked.
Was he like that?
He worked, but not like Mark.
Really? Mark, yeah, Mark works all
Mark
the time.
ain't satisfied if he end up doing something.
Yeah. But I know Mark's, done a lot to take care of you and everything. That's good.
Yeah, he's done most all the work here.
Yeah.
Built. Well, and he didn't pay for all of it. I did too.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted the porch top to put the swing on, go out there and swing, but ended up with that.
Yeah. I like your porch. We ought to go out there and sit a little bit. And
I'll do if it ain't too cold.
I think it's warmed up.
Might be.
Yeah, I think it's in the 70s. I believe we'll look and see what the temperature says. That might be nice to go out there and sit for a minute. Let's see what the weather says about it. Well, according to this, it's 67.
Yeah, if the wind ain't blowing, it ain't bad, but the wind blows, you freeze.
Yeah.
Kenneth parked his car out there, and one of them hickory nuts fell and busted his top. He's trying to find one,
Oh no.
but I think they about all fell off now.
Yeah. Them things come down to the wallet, don't they?
Yeah. I ain't heard none hit that building out there or nothing, so I guess they're all now.
Yeah.
Kenneth come up this morning, he said there's about 10 or 12 squirrels out there. He said, you got as many squirrels as I've got ladybugs.
He was going after her, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Drove nuts.
He said he got up this morning, went out on his porch. He said he bet there was 1 million ladybugs dead
Huh.
on his porch.
Wow.
And what killed them, he don't know.
Huh.
I said, be glad they're dead.
Yeah. Lord mercy. Granny, one thing I remember when I was a kid, this is weird, but anytime I'm in the car and I turn the signal light on and the signal light's going, that reminds me of you. I don't know why, because when I was a kid, I remember being in the car and you driving and you turning on the signal light and it making that clicking sound. And I've always associated a signal light clicking sound with you. Every time I hear it, I think of you. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you and Larry got into it going to Florida, didn't you?
No, we got. I almost got arrested going to Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, you was gonna be a cop. You had your blue light and
Right.
everything back there.
Oh yeah. I was 17 years old.
You got down there, didn't have no money left, did you?
No, we had to be back. I was 17 and I was working at Wendy's, and we had to be back and let's see, we had to be back at work like 3 days later, and I had $75, and he had about 400, and we had just got paid, and we was in the car together. We was in my car, and I looked over at him and I said, "Well, when do you got to be back to work?" And he said, "I don't have to be back for 3 days." I said, "Well, I don't either. I'm off for 3 days too." I said, "I just got paid." And he said, "Well, I did too." I said, "Well, let's go to Knoxville." And he said, "Okay, let's go." So we started to Knoxville. About halfway to Knoxville, he looked at me and he said, "Let's go to Florida." I said, "Okay." And we just kept driving. we just kept driving. We drove to Florida.
Did you have that blue light flashing in your car? Back then, I can't remember.
No, what it was, we decided to take the scenic route, and we was going to go through North Carolina. And I had this it was a little light, and you could put on, it had an amber yellow one, a red one, or a blue one. And I happened to have a blue one on there, and I wanted to be the police so bad I couldn't stand it. And I had that blue light. Well, I was speeding going down the road. I was going 88 miles an hour in a 55, and the state trooper saw me and got me. Well, when he pulled me over, he looked back there in the back seat and he saw that blue light laying back there. So he took that blue light and wrote me a ticket for it, and then wrote me a ticket for speeding. So, but they dismissed it in court. They threw the blue light out, but I paid the speeding ticket, you know. Yeah, it's been a long time ago. Yeah, sure has. But no, it's been, Lord of mercy, it's been a long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah. It's amazing how you still hear about that every now and then. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use your bathroom, Granny, and you want to see what you think about the front porch, if it's too cool for you or not.
Put me on some shoes.
All right, I'm going to use your bathroom, and I'll set this up out there, and we'll do a little more video, and
I don't want to go in that back one because I've got a thing over the commode in here where I can get on out.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll use that in the back, and then I'll probably go down to see Dad a little bit before I head back.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
He wonders why he don't never come or stuff. He can't come. So.
Yeah, just working
He
on
said,
it.
well, he said, I don't go see him. I said, well, you can't.
Right. All right.
Take the coal on top of everything. Kind of watered dog this morning. I think it run over. Oh, there's Snooky. What, you been squirrel hunting? You been squirrel hunting? Have you? Right now, it feels pretty good out here.
Yeah, it feels great.
Oh.
Prop your feet up there with that, Granny.
Yeah, I got to prop them up.
How's that? Want it out some? Or
Yeah, now put this thing back over there.
put this back?
Yeah. That way I can get up if I want up.
How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I got to cover up a little dabber.
Well, you'll be nice and comfortable now, won't you?
I hope.
I like it out here. It's pretty. Beautiful, beautiful view of that mountain right there. Of course, you got a lot of these used to be little trees are starting to grow up and they're having big trees.
Yeah, I can't see the mountain good.
Yeah, you just cut a bush here then, didn't you?
Yeah, cut that thing down. I got tired of looking at it.
Got pretty big, didn't it?
Yeah, it was hanging over the porch and you couldn't see nowhere and I couldn't tell what come up through there. And
Right.
I said, cut the thing down. He was going to trim it. The more he trimmed, the uglier it looked.
Well, Lord. That's pretty up here.
My niece had 8 of these pumpkins. She told Mark to come get them. She didn't want them.
Who's that?
My niece, Barbara.
Barbara? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
Your second cousin.
Carl's daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's his, it's his daughter.
Yeah.
Be your cousin.
Yeah. Second cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Lordy. Yeah, I remember you had a bush there, that one there, and you had one identical to it here.
Yeah.
And then that's the one Larry fell on.
It died.
Yeah, he before you had this railing, Larry fell off the porch, and luckily that bush was there. It broke his fall. He probably would have got hurt. If he fell right off the porch, fell right on that bush. Of course, me, I just laughed at him. You know, that's been 20 years ago, I guess. A long time ago.
Your bird belong. You poop all over everything.
So old bird dog will chase it down, won't you, buddy?
And that's our neighbors over from Michigan.
Yeah.
They're good neighbors. They cook stuff and bring it over to us.
Right.
They bought Mark that birdhouse.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Which one? That white one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looks like
He wanted the birdhouse and he couldn't find it here, and they went to Michigan or Ohio to see some of their people.
yeah.
Come back with that. Got me a box. It scares people when you open it. The spider jumps out on you. She said, take it to the hospital and scare the nurses. I said, I don't know if that'd work.
Oh, it'd be funny. Every time I see that lady, I can't remember her name now. She's the one that had you flew out of here, flew to Ternova over your heart.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? She's a nurse practitioner. She always asks about you. She works in Oliver Springs there, son. I see her every now and then. She,
Yeah, they sent me down there and I was gone. No time. I was the first one that flew over there.
yeah, that's when they gave you a pacemaker, I guess,
they
didn't
was sitting there waiting on me when I got there.
they? Yeah.
That's a good hospital at Tenover North and Tenover Turkey Creek too. They're both good.
Yeah.
Good and had good doctors.
When's the last time you've been up on McLeod Mountain up there?
We went about a year ago before I fell, I reckon.
Yeah.
Walked out through that.
Well, when you get to feeling like you're up to it, let me know. I'll come pick you up and we'll go up there and eat us a dinner again like we did that time.
I don't know if I could walk all them trails or not, but
Nah, we could do the restaurant though, couldn't we?
yeah, look out the window.
Yeah.
Sit out on the thing.
We'll do that if you want to.
Yeah, we will.
Let me know.
I don't know if they close in winter or not.
I don't know, they might. They may.
They do.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I could sit out here all day, Granny, and just stare at this mountain back there and pretty trees.
Yeah. They're beginning to color a little. A lot of ours done shedding. That one's getting ready to shed. It's turning.
Yeah.
Did you notice that and been gone?
What's that?
That tree?
Oh, I didn't even, yeah. I never even thought about that.
Dying, rotten, Mark cut it.
What was that, a dogwood?
No, it was a maple.
A maple tree.
Yeah.
I never even paid
Been
attention.
there since I have. I set it out.
Oh, did you? Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that looks good.
He's gonna get another one like that, a bigger one put up there.
Weeping willow, or
It's a willow oak.
you talking about this one here,
Yeah,
or that one over there?
it's right here.
Oh, okay.
That's kind they've got at the post office down here.
A willow oak. Never heard of that.
They're pretty trees. They don't get big heavy limbs or nothing,
Yeah.
but they're pretty. They grow big.
Them birds just made themselves at home, ain't they?
Yeah, can't run them off. They don't go. When we had that bush there, they sat there and hollered all day long. We cut it, and here they come, just the flying, no tree.
I guess I get over there in that water. I see that and go over in that water and get some water.
Yeah,
Some
they
of the
get
dogs'
them
water.
and that and up yonder. And
Yeah.
they'd get up here in these ferns and roost at night.
Looks like you need some bird seed for all you bird
Yeah,
feeders.
they're empty. Yeah, he's got to get some. There was one about half full this morning, but it's gone now.
Yeah, they eat it up quick, don't they?
Yeah. He's got to get us a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sold the road crew gave him that grace to sow.
Yeah.
They brought their bulldozer in here and got the stump up and gave him that grace. So there's a big rock in there. They tried to get it out when I first moved here, but they couldn't get it.
Yeah.
It's rocky. That's why that grace is all turned brown. Rock.
Yeah.
When it's dry, grace won't grow.
Right. I reckon there's some rain coming. They said Halloween is supposed to do nothing but rain.
Yeah, about 90%.
Yeah. It's just gonna rain all day, I reckon. So,
Well, it's a good thing they're having Halloween early a lot of places.
yeah. And we had a big thing last night in Harriman called Trunk or Treat downtown. I guess there's there might have been 4,000 people there.
Probably kids.
Yeah, it was full of people. Everybody had a real good time. Had hay rides. We got Cornstalk Heights, which is the old historical community full of Victorian homes, you know.
Yeah.
And you get a hay ride, and we rode the hay ride up there to one of them houses, and they had a little haunted house up there, you know. Everybody could go through.
Cave somewhere it's haunted. I think Chase took his kids to it and learned under the other day.
Yeah. Well, Chase is doing good, ain't he?
Yeah. Done pretty good.
Good guy.
What are you gonna do for Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's what I
Thought a whole lot about it.
was telling Mark. I said, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna go out and eat.
Yeah.
I'm tired of going out to eat.
Yeah, I don't care about going out to eat on Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving ought to be spent with family and in the house somewhere. But
I don't care nothing about it.
yeah.
Yes, trees ain't colored too much around here.
No, you think probably this time next week they will be?
I don't know.
That's what I'm betting on.
If they don't, they're gonna fall off without it.
I hope they do. I hope they just pop, you know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they'll do it over the weekend or the first of
Went
next
up
week.
Middlesboro, but they're not turning up there.
Yeah.
Just right before you go through that tunnel over there, it was colored. Wasn't very much color up there.
Yeah.
It's more colored way down this way than it is up there.
Yeah, I hope it pops. Sure do.
If it don't, they'll just fall off.
Yeah.
That rain will probably take a lot of them off.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
That old hickory nut tree, it's about ready for it to shed.
A friend of mine, he said down in Mississippi, he said, I guess it's a saying down there, he said he talk about a piece of land. I say, what do you got on there? Oh, it's just old hickory nut farm, you know. He said that's the way of saying it ain't really worth nothing, you know. I guess he jokingly called his place the Hickory Nut Farm, you know.
You might have a lot of squirrels.
Yeah. But I guess that's a Mississippi thing, you know, old Hickory Nut Farm, you know. He's name's Fred Farah. He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
And me and him's good friends. We just hit it off. He reminds me a little bit like Smokey.
It does.
Yeah, but you know, I think had I known Smokey when I was older, I probably would have got along with him, you know. But
Yeah.
but he reminds me a little bit like Smokey, but he's way more rougher around the edges. He works security up there in them mountains.
Yeah.
He'd carry one of them rifles with him up there, you know. And they get somebody trespassing. They'd send old Fred up there on them. Old Fred, he'd go tell them what for. And you're trespassing. You got
teasing me. Did you meet anybody down there at the Wella place in Shenandoah? I said, yep. I said, those old men sit down there and he eyeballed me till I got about tired of it. And come find out he was right across the room from me.
Yeah. He's wanting to pick you up for his girlfriend, huh?
I didn't. I turned my head every time.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Lordy.
I didn't want to mess with him. He was a nice looking old man, but I didn't want to get acquainted.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I teased Bonnie. I said, "Well, I'm going to hunt me one, Bonnie. Just if he can walk and drive a car." I said, "We'll have it made."
Yeah.
I said, "We'll just sit around and take no school time and go."
Where was that?
School bus today.
Oh, is it? It's loud. No, that's a concrete truck.
They're supposed to be paving the road over there, so
Yeah.
they had it marked off. Mark got him some paint just like theirs, and down through here and marked theirs off. If they don't, you know, one time since I've lived in this thing, they paved the road. It was dirt road when I moved here. There was a cop over at that house yesterday, and Mark texted. Said, "Buddy, you want me to come bail you out of jail?" He said, "I figured that you killed Deborah and they come after you." He aggravates, they aggravate each other all the time. But they had the wrong house. And they didn't know where he was going. He don't know nobody here either, so he couldn't tell them where.
Right.
That's is built just exactly like this house.
One on the corner over there.
Yeah, that one over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything we do, they do. He come over and saw our banister. So, hey, he went and got him some. Mark
Yeah.
told him he'd help him put them up. He had them up in 2 days. And he went and got him a gate. But I said, "Well, Snooky can't open your gate." He said, "Oh, that's what you think." I said, "She props it so he can." Spider.
Yeah.
It's a good time of year for them.
Littling. Oh, goodness. Well, Granny, it's beautiful out here. I could just stay out here all day.
Yeah, I like it out too.
You know, we ain't going to have too many more days like this.
No, Indian summer. This.
Is that what this
It
is?
starts in November. I think
Yeah.
it's November. It might be part of this, because Thursday's the last day of the month.
Yeah. Granny, I told you I'd done that DNA stuff, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We got a little bit of colored in us. Bill Rooker said we had Blackfoot Indian in us.
Yeah. Well,
And we got German.
Glenn,
And
apparently Glenn done it too.
Yeah.
And 'cause it's on there, and so it's showing we got Cameroon and something else. It shows what it is, but it's sub-Saharan African. It's right around. It's
We've got German, Black Dutch.
well, you know what? We've got more in us than anything else. It surprised me.
Right.
Irish.
Yeah, Irish, German. We got German.
Well,
in.
see, now I always thought, you know, because Papa Oric and you know how Maggie's redheaded.
Yeah.
I knew I had some Irish, and I thought Irish and Scottish. I thought I'd have more from them, but no, the Humphreys has got more Irish and
Yeah,
Scottish
we got Irish and German.
than they do.
A little bit of everything in us.
Yeah. I can take it all the way up. What I did is I started working my way this way with them, you know. And so I started with Papa, and then there's Ben, and I've heard Ben might have been adopted.
He was. He wasn't a Humphrey.
Okay.
So you're not Humphreys.
Do you know what he was?
No, yeah. Papa told me to ask Haley before she died, but I didn't get to ask her before she died.
Oh, okay.
Who they were.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Ruby or them would know or not.
Well, I tried talking to Ruby and asking her if she knew anything about family history, and she said she just didn't know anything about it, really.
I know.
So, yeah. So I was trying to find out more about that. But are they 100% sure Ben was adopted, or he could have been?
He was adopted.
He was.
You
Okay.
might ask David.
So Papa knew that.
David Humphrey, you might know.
Yeah. So Papa
That's
knew.
Jesse's boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they knew they were adopted.
Yeah. So it can't. You can't really go. So if you look at who adopted him, I can follow that family up, the Humphreys. But yeah, don't know. Ain't no way of knowing. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh no.
Now, I'm making a video for Granny,
Uh-oh.
and I interviewed her 2 years ago, and I'm finishing it up. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you some questions about when you was growing up
Okay.
with Granny as a kid. Tell me what you remember growing up.
I remember being mean and going out fishing in the creek, catching a stringer full of bluegill. And I remember going out with a BB gun and shooting birds and just having fun.
Okay. All right. What's some of the things you remember about Granny when you was younger?
She used to take a broom and run me around the house. And she caught me, she'd pin my ears back. And, she used to like to make homemade ice cream and stuff like that.
She'd make homemade ice cream?
Yeah, we'd make homemade ice cream and everything.
Yeah? Okay. So was it vanilla ice cream?
Yeah,
or
always vanilla.
always vanilla, and you'd mix whatever you wanted with it?
No, we just had vanilla ice cream.
Just
That's
had it
all
like
we
that.
had.
Okay. All right. When was your first motorcycle?
Don't remember. We had them ever since I was Kenny Trey's age.
So Granny always got you boys motorcycles?
No, my daddy always worked on them and rebuilt them and stuff, and we'd
Okay.
have one.
So Papa would work on them and
Yeah.
build them?
Yeah,
Okay.
we had whatever, you name it. We had one of them Yamahas. You could pedal it like a bicycle or ride it like a motor scooter.
Yeah.
Gas tank under the seat.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about Papa then, when you was a kid, what you remember.
He worked and walked through the field to go to work every day, and when he had time, he'd work on tractors, motorcycles, lawnmowers, and he done everything.
Okay.
We put a garden out, backer patch, corn, and we had big gardens and big backer patches and all that good stuff.
Okay. All right. So, to future generations that see this, to Kenny Trace's,
They won't know what backer is, and they might know what corn is at Walmart.
right?
And homemade ice cream, they probably never hear of it.
All right. What would you say to your great grandkids and great great grandkids years down the road, and 50 years from now, Kenny Trace's grandkid is watching this video? What would you have to say to them?
I would say stay in church and live for the Lord.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
All right.
Don't do nothing else that you ain't supposed to do.
Sounds good. All right, Dad. Appreciate it.